Good part of the day, my dear friends. What I'm trying to do again, I'm doing simultaneously Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So for some reason, Instagram is giving me a hard time. Okay, oh, I think I need to do just, like this. I get it. Okay, let me fix the settings. Don't know why I am not. Okay, let me see if I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Hi guys, Instagram is watching. So I don't understand why. Okay, wave, wave, wave. Okay, so my name is Anna Dieter, and I am live on Instagram, on YouTube, and Facebook. I don't really understand why my Instagram doesn't want to cooperate with me, but we'll see how it's going to go. So I'll do it anyway. So today, the topic of my short broadcasting is why can't you stop stuttering on your own? I would like to explain to you why this happens. And the reason why people who stutter always ask for help and always ask for advice, tips, tricks, not trips, okay, for how to get rid of stuttering is very simple. Stuttering is a mistake. And when people who stutter make this mistake, they don't even notice that they just made a mistake. What they consider a mistake may not be a mistake. And what they do that causes their mistake in reality is a real mistake. Let me make one more attempt to set up my cell phone so I wouldn't have to hold it. I don't understand why it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, you know what? This actually is fine. Okay, now it's fine. So here we go. If you have any questions, my dear, just go ahead and ask, because every time I answer questions, I actually help you to understand your problem. Okay? So speech is a skill. And if you have learned to speak with mistakes, then you can simply learn how to speak without making any mistakes. So, my dear Instagram friends, if you want to receive any answers, just go ahead and ask. Okay, question number one on Instagram. Straight outer heel. Hi, guys. By the way, I didn't even say hi. I was so concerned about technical things that didn't work. Okay, let me see this way. So here is the first question. I feel comfortable when I type, but not while speaking. Of course, this is a great question, straight underscore outer underscore heel. Why are you feeling comfortable when you type? Because you have learned how to type without mistakes. You have been typing a lot, but have you been speaking a lot? Unfortunately, no. So anything that we have been doing for years, we have been training ourselves to do, it becomes almost automatic and we can do it easily. Okay, hopefully you get my answer. So if you type correctly with no concerns, you are very comfortable, it means you have learned it, how to do it. You have developed the muscle memory of your fingers. You can type now easily. Okay, so let me see what other questions you have here. But because you don't speak much, this is the reason you are not comfortable speaking. And when you hear the ugly words that come out from your, okay, now, How do I get rid of wave? Wave. Okay. So when you hear the ugly words that come out from your mouth, of course, you're not comfortable. You don't like it. Okay, there are a few questions I see. Wave on Instagram. And there are questions now. Abdurrahman Almay. Okay, hello, Anna, dear Anna. I hope you're doing well. Of course, I'm doing well. Alive, and with all this craziness in the world, I'm completely happy with where I'm at. The sun is shining when it's not raining. The ocean is waving. Life is great, and internet is still working, right? So here we go. Okay, it's trying to fix my clothes and it's mirror reflection. Okay, there is another person. Nice to hear you always. Unfortunately, I cannot read what's written there not in English, cannot respond. So once again, why can't you get rid of stuttering on your own? Even though you keep coming to me, you keep listening to my broadcasts, you can't stop stuttering on your own. Why? The reason for that is very simple. As I explained already, stuttering is a mistake. So when you speak, you make a mistake. And it's very similar. Hey, Ася, привет! Ася Бабикова, привет вам, дорогая. Okay, не знаю, как я... Okay, whatever, it works. So, whenever you guys... Oh, I have a question. Straight outer heel, I have a question from you. I will come back to you. Let me finish my thought. Ooh, I have so many questions. Okay. So, once again, when people who stutter speak, they make a mistake. And it's like in typing on the computer. When you're typing and you look what you typed and you see the mistake, you simply go and fix your mistake, right? Because you see the mistake. But when people who stutter speak, unfortunately, they don't even realize that they just made a mistake. They do not know that that's what they did. They just made a mistake. And because they don't notice the mistake, they cannot fix it. That's the problem. Okay, let me go back to the questions. First, straight outer heel. Why cannot I say yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, while attendance? It's very simple, because at this moment you're staring at someone else who is calling for your attendance. Your attention is not on speaking. Your attention is on a person who is calling your attendance. And as I explained many times, when we speak, our attention must be on speaking. When we are watching somebody, we cannot speak at this moment. But unfortunately, you don't know how to switch your attention from watching somebody to the movements of your tongue. You have never learned to do it. Your tongue still doesn't have a muscle memory. You haven't developed the muscle memory. This is why whenever you're watching somebody and someone is calling your attendance, you're still watching. You still haven't switched your attention to saying yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. And you immediately feel the block. This is your block. Your attention not on speaking, not on the words. Your attention is on those who call attendance. Hopefully you understand what I explained. Okay, here is the next question, Abdurrahman. He wrote this. I have one question. You previously said that in order to speak at alone, we should pull, not push. Can you please explain more about it? Do you mean that we should pull the stomach instead of pushing? Listen, Abdurrahman, your question indicated to me that you are so confused. Do normal speakers ever use their stomach? When we speak, we're not even aware that we have the stomach. The stomach is not part of our speech. When I say about pull and push, it is literally when we speak, we must focus only on the feeling of movements of our tongue. We feel, we censor that our tongue is moving. And the movement of the tongue, as I explained, that's what you probably are referring, up and down, up and down. There is a tongue in the mouth, and the tongue always moves from top to bottom, from top to bottom, from top where the consonants are to the bottom where are the vowel sounds are. It is always not p, 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 p. It's always p, pe, pa, po, pu. It's not it's always si, se. The tongue moves from top to bottom, si, se, sa. When I say pull, it means I'm talking about the tongue. Because what stutterers do, they always push. They push. They hit the wall. Okay? Because you're in your mouth, inside of your mouth, there is a wall, not even one wall. It's a hard palate. It's your top teeth. These are all walls. And when stutterers push the wall, they run against the wall. Their tongue, let's say this is the tongue, this is the hard palate. The tongue is pushing against the wall. And what happens when we run into the wall? We stupor. We tense. The whole body gets tensed. We cannot move our tongue anywhere else because the tongue pushes the wall and you block. You tense. The tongue tenses. The whole body may even tense because of your action. So once again, Abdurrahman, stomach is not a part of a speaking action. Stomach simply doesn't even have like any affiliation with speaking, okay? The carbon dioxide air that we speak on when we exhale, it's in our lungs, not in our belly, it's in our lungs. So once again, pulling means pulling the tongue, not your stomach. Okay? Yes, absolutely. Let me see if I have more questions here. Okay. HDDALADY. I don't even know how to read this profile name. How I can speak well. I stutter and it makes me feel bad. Of course it makes you feel bad. Because deep inside you realize there is something wrong with you. You are a healthy person. So when you hear that here is your speaker and there are ugly words coming out from your speaker, you have your microphone right here and you hear it, of course you feel bad. So how do you feel? How do you speak well? The answer is very simple. But first, I want you to answer your question. Why do you speak not well? Do you know why? Why don't you speak like everyone on the planet? You can do, but you don't speak well. Why? Do you know? I can't hear your answer. This is why I'm going to show it to you. This is the answer. Every time I ask students, new students, when they come to me, I ask, do you know why this happens to you? Do you know why you don't speak well? Do you know why you are anxious about speaking? Do you know why you are afraid of speaking? Do you know why? And they always say, I don't know. So before you answer this question, how can I speak well? You need to understand that stuttering and incorrect speaking is always rooted here. This is your problem. You don't know what to do in speech. You don't know. And until you learn what all normal speakers on the planet do, you will never speak well. Never. Because you would be only guessing, trying, kind of hypothesizing. You're going to be guessing because you don't know what you need to do to speak well anytime, anywhere, in any situation, speaking well. Hopefully you understand my answer. So once again, speaking well requires you to understand what is your speech instrument, how do we use it, okay? But unfortunately, you don't know it, and you're gonna continue struggling. And this is the reason you can never stop stuttering on your own. You need the answers. You need to understand why you are speaking not well. So I'm kind of repeating myself, okay? So hopefully you understand. Be safe and stay home. No, I will never stay home because I am safe. You are not safe because you are staying home, because you believe lies. This is a different story, but here we go. By staying home, you lack oxygen. By wearing a mask, you lack oxygen. Stop believing lies. Disinformation about staying home, keeping social distance, it's again disinformation. It's very similar to stuttering. They want you to believe lies, but let's not talk about it. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for your question, Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman. If you have any other questions on Facebook, I'm not sure if I see Facebook. Oh, yes, I do. This is cool. It's called StreamYard. I see questions from Facebook and from YouTube at the same time. Very good. So let me see what questions I have here. Okay. Michelle Waynes. Oh, Michelle, we talked. Yes, Michelle, I remember you. Once completing your program, can fearful situation bring you back to that stuttering state? Of course not. Of course not. But once again, fearful situations is what? I think I even talked to you and I explained it to you, Michelle. What are fearful situations? Let's take two situations. Situation number one, you walk on the street and there is a huge, mastiff dog is running towards you. There is saliva running down its face. Are you going to be fearful? Of course you will be. What are you going to do about this situation? You're going to run for life. You're going to run away from this big dog, right? So what's wrong with this fear? In this situation, fear is your friend. It's great that you're fearful because it's going to help you to save your life. But let's take another situation. You're walking on the street and there is a cute, handsome guy walking the street towards you, Michelle, and you want to know the direction, how to go somewhere. The guy doesn't represent any danger to you. Would you be fearful? What's the fear? He's not going to kill you. He's not going to take your life. What's fearful about it? And this is the situation when if you feel fearful, to just come to a stranger and ask for direction or ask for time or ask any question. This is irrational fear. And you have it simply because you have no idea what to do in speaking. This is why you may be fearful. But if you know what to do, you just come to a person and ask a question. You realize that it's not a fearful situation. It's simple. You're going to do it. And fear will never, ever come up. But even after the class, Michelle asked me about the class, you completed the program, and some situation happens because life does happen. Look what's happening all over the world. People are shooting each other. People are killing each other. People are fighting with each other. Of course, you may be in immediate danger. You may just not be focused on your speech, of course. Come to me and we will see if it's rational fear or not. So, as I said, the 3-day program includes the 100% free lifetime support if you ever need it. If I do my best to make sure that my students never, ever need my help anymore. But if things happen, life happens in the crazy world, you can always come to me. It's free. You can come to me. You can ask a question. Okay. Hi, Eshan Hemati on Facebook. Hello. This is so cool. I do 3 places at once. So, Michelle, I hope you understand. Stuttering state, it's when you don't know. This is what stuttering state is. Stuttering state means you don't know what to do. This is why you're fearful. But if you know what to do, you just do it. Okay? Let's see who else is here. Oh, I have so many people. Hello, Anna. Yes, SC Shanbhag 98. Apologize if I didn't read it correctly. Hello, Anna. Why I stutter in front of superiors in my office? I don't stutter in front of my friends, my parents. This is also a very good question. So the fact that you can speak correctly without mistakes in front of your parents, in front of your friends, it indicates that you have learned a little bit to speak without mistakes. You have learned it. But whenever you see a superior, a boss, guess where your attention goes? To your boss. You give away your attention instead of paying attention to your speech instrument and listening to the quality of the music, of the words you're playing. You give your attention to your superior. And once again, when we do that, can we speak? No, we can't. We have only one indivisible focused beam of attention. If you are focused on your superior, forget about speech. You can't speak. We have only one focused beam of attention. And I hope you understand this. Okay, so this is why you cannot speak in front of your boss, because your boss is more important for you at this moment than your speech. It's more important. Okay, so if you want to understand how you can speak in front of anybody, in front of the president of your country, I don't care who's in front of me. I always do the same, and so do other people. You have to understand that every word melody we play on our speech instrument never changes. It's always the same. You gotta understand this. And when you speak, it's always the same. We don't need to worry about anything, okay? So learn to say correctly any word, anywhere, anytime, and then be free. I teach this in my classroom, okay? And my classroom is real affordable today, real affordable. It's from high cost, which is, of course, it's much higher than any other courses. For 3-day course, okay, it's higher price. But you can step in my classroom for a smaller amount of time. It's actually much less expensive, okay? So let me see what other. Thank you, ma'am, host. This helps me straight out of field. I don't know. The topic of today's broadcasting is to explain to you that I doubt that too many of my answers will help you, because this is just one of your don't know, one of them. Okay? Stuttering is I don't know. Even speech therapists, I get a lot of their messages from time to time. They write to me, Anna, stop confusing people. Because I am a speech and language therapist, pathologist, and I am a person who stutters. I'm like, oh my God, you're a person who stutters. You don't know yourself how people speak without stuttering, and you are a speech pathologist. It just blows my mind when people write to me, and I confuse people. But once again, step inside of my classroom, fix your speech. Fix it once and for all, and then, of course, you can do whatever you want. You can be a speech therapist, pathologist, although I actually broke up with this profession. I used to be a speech and language therapist, not anymore, because what they teach there is a big mistake. Okay, another question I get. Ma'am, I used to stutter before what? If yes, then please tell how you overcome it. Oh, you used to, no. I used to be a speech and language therapist who hated working with those who stuttered. I hated it because I didn't know how to help those who stuttered. When I was a speech therapist and pathologist, I didn't know what stuttering was, just like all speech therapist pathologists. And they don't even hide it. They say no one knows what stuttering is. There's no known cure for stuttering. Of course there is no known cure, because there is no sickness to cure. Stuttering is not a medical condition. This is why there is nothing to cure. There is no cure for stuttering, because it is not a sickness. It is not an illness. It is a simple emptiness of the mind. It's simply when people don't know what to do in speech. The moment you learn it, the moment you do know what to do, your stuttering disappears instantly, right away. Okay? So let me continue. So to answer your question, I've never been a stutterer. Actually, I was, but I didn't know I was. Because every human on the planet is a stutterer. We all make mistakes, some more, some less. Whenever you are typing on your computer, let's say this is my keyboard. Whenever I'm typing, is it possible? Does it happen sometimes to you that we make typos? We push the wrong key on the keyboard? Can it happen? Of course. But is it a sickness when we make a typo? We pushed by accident, by rushing, we pushed the wrong key. Is it a sickness? Is it an illness? Of course not. And we don't care about it. We just, whatever, we just keep going, right? Fixing our typo and continue. We don't have any feelings attached to this. It doesn't bother us. But people who stutter are always ashamed. They're feeling ashamed. They're feeling fearful, anxious, because they don't know. Whenever they hear an ugly word coming from their speaker, They don't know how to fix their mistake. They don't know. They don't know because they never learned it. Unfortunately, speech therapists don't know either what stuttering is. They don't even know in reality what speech is. I was a speech therapist for 30 years and I didn't know. Okay, so let me have you overcome this. Overcome what? I overcame not stuttering. I overcame my lack of information. 10 years ago, I met an independent Russian scientist who finally explained to me what stuttering is, why people who stutter make mistakes in speech. He explained it to me, and I learned it from him. It's a new science. Speech therapists don't like me very much because they are not aware of this science. And no matter how much I encourage them, please get my books, read my books. There are so many books I've written already, some of them free. Go to my YouTube channel, watch my video lessons. I encourage them. Come to me, I will teach you. They're not interested. They only send me messages. Anna, you confuse people who stutter. You take advantage of people who stutter. Yeah, right. You come to me on Monday. You can't say one word. On Wednesday, you leave my classroom, jumping up and down of happiness because you speak without mistakes. You have finally unblocked, freed your naturally normal speech and liberated your life. Okay, let me see. There are so many questions. Let me see more questions here. Let me wave. Okay. Why stuttering is second? Okay. The question, why stuttering is not stable? Some weeks I block on every word. Oh, shoot, I can't read. Second. On every single word. Another weeks, I'm almost fluent. This is a very simple question again for me. You got to understand why stuttering is not stable. Because stuttering is not a sickness. Some days you use words that you have learned already. Other days you attempt to say words that you haven't learned. Your tongue doesn't know it. I'm telling you, speaking is a muscle action of the body. Your tongue. Muscle. You got to develop muscle memory of your body, of your tongue. So 1 week you may be attempting to speak all the time and you're making more mistakes. The second week you don't speak much. And because you don't speak much, you feel that you're fluent. Okay? So this is very simple. Of course, you're going to block on every word if you attempt to speak more. But if you speak less, it feels good. I don't stutter. It's basically when you don't speak, you don't stutter. But when you begin speaking more and in situations that you don't know how to deal with, you have not developed the muscle memory of your tongue to speak in different situations, you block more. You begin making more mistakes. You got to understand, it's like any other action. Like, for example, let's take a basketball player, Abed Al-Rahman. Imagine the basketball player, a professional. He's playing very well basketball, and he can shoot basket like 100 out of 100, okay? But he got sick and he didn't practice much. And the game came and he missed some of the shots. Is it a sickness? What's wrong with him? He just didn't, he skipped practice. He didn't train himself. He didn't play basketball. He didn't do the practice of shooting. So what does he need to do? Does he need to go to a doctor to fix his ability to shoot the basket? Of course not. He just needs to get to the gym or whatever, basketball court, and begin shooting again, training himself. That's all. Speech is a muscular skill. The more you speak, of course, correctly, the better your speech becomes and the easier it becomes to speak. But once again, you gotta do it correctly, not making mistakes. If you gotta say the word, whatever, cell phone, it has to be this way, cell phone, not cell phone, not cell phone, not, oh, pause to poor connection. Okay, I'm back. Okay, you gotta understand this. You have to do it correctly. You don't know yet how to do it correctly? Come to me. Send me a private message here on Instagram, there on Facebook. Come to me, I will explain it to you. I don't know, I promise I won't bite. I don't know why people don't come more to me. I do get like 3-4 people a day, but I would expect like 10, 20 calls a day. I can't. I'm giving you my time freely, 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour. Come to me, I will explain it to you, how to do it correctly. Okay? So once again, some weeks you speak more, other weeks you speak less, and that's why the result is different. Okay? So here are, let me see. Thank you, ma'am. I got the point. Okay, great. Communication. Okay, wave. Guys, there are so many. It's just first time I'm trying this time. I'm a morning person. I usually broadcast in the morning. But today I decided to try this time, and I see that a lot of people are interested. Okay, when will your discount be over? I don't know, Michelle. I told you. When coronavirus is over, when people are allowed to go back to work and begin making money, then we're going to go back to where we were for 10 years. We've been for 10 years. One thing I want you guys to understand, I'm the only person here. And when people tell me, oh, decrease the cost and you're going to have more students, please understand, I don't need more students. I'm an older lady. I love what I do, but I don't need more students. I'm happy if I do 1 student a week. 1 student a week. I don't need any more students. Okay? This is why I don't expect that this course is ever going to be free or for almost nothing. No, it's not. All you need to do is to go back to work. Hopefully, they're going to allow, our governments will allow us to work soon, make money. And if the government doesn't allow us to make money, get them online, get an online job. There's so many online jobs. I was looking for someone not a long time ago do lead generation for me. Couldn't find anybody. Okay? Now just someone is going to do it for me. But I was looking for someone helpers. So anyway, I hope I answered. My guess is going to be for a couple of months. Discount still will be there. So Kushal on YouTube, Kushal Chowda. Here is the question. Hi, Anna. I stutter when I use words starting with A and M, alphabets. That's how people from India say letters. From letters A and letter M, etc., and letter I. Not stutter when use certain other alphabets. What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is you still don't know that people do not speak in separate alphabets. Alphabets mean letters. People do not speak in letters, period. Just open your mouth. Do you have a printer in your mouth? Can you print letters out, alphabets? Letter A, like, let's say, can you print out with your mouse letter A, letter D, letter O, letter N? Can you do that with your mouth? No, people do not speak in letters. Please understand, this is very important, crucial to understand. We do not speak according to the letters. Never. They have created letters and written language much later. People started speaking many, many years before they created the written language. Please understand this. So reason number one, we don't speak in letters. And reason number two is people don't speak even in separate sounds. People speak in movements of the tongue. And when the tongue moves, sometimes it makes one sound, sometimes two, sometimes three, four, sometimes even 5 sounds. You gotta come to me, I will explain it to you, how to do it. It takes time to explain. I can't explain it in the video. This is the reason you cannot stop stuttering on your own. You need someone like me. And I don't know anybody like me, unfortunately, in English language. In Russian, of course, yes, it's my mentor. Yes, he is the one who invented this. Okay, wait, another question. Okay, no questions here. Yeah, so have I explained it? Do you understand okay, I don't see more questions. So I'm gonna continue. Okay, I don't see how many people are watching on Facebook and YouTube. I don't see it. Okay, let me see. I don't see it. So because I don't see any more questions, let me go back. Guys, if I missed your question, just give me when. Okay. Just type your question again, because the questions were going so quickly. I may have missed your question. No, it looks fine. Okay, so there are no more questions. So let me complete my broadcasting with a very, oh, I see there are a few people watching on YouTube. Guys, ask your questions, because if you don't ask, I will continue talking for a few minutes and I will just wrap it up. Okay, so once again, you can never stop stuttering on your own. Yes, you can, but it will take you years of your life, years. I'll tell you, I remember I've had one student who came to me after watching my videos, listening to my live broadcasting. After 7 years, he was struggling for 7 years. Can you believe? 7 years. Then he came to me finally. He got a job, he's collected some money, and he came to me 3 days, and the problem was solved. So why do I recommend not to wait, but come to me privately? Come to me, come to me. I don't know how many times I should repeat. Come to me, ask your questions. You will understand where your problem is and what you really need to do. Forget about all the techniques, because normal people never, ever speak according to any techniques. Please understand it. Why do you need techniques? Why? You can speak normal and you have experience normal, as you say, fluent. I don't like the word fluent, but I will use it right now. You can speak normally without mistakes right now if you knew how to do it. Unfortunately, you don't know. That's your problem. You don't know how to speak. Okay? And when we don't know how to do something, we don't need a therapist. We don't need a doctor. We don't need anybody. Sure, Kushal wrote, thank you. We don't need any medical professional. We need a teacher who knows how to teach you, how to do it. And then learn it and go ahead and practice. Speak for the rest of your life. Enjoy it. Comfortable. Speaking is really enjoyable. Okay, so let me see if there are no questions on, no, wave. Okay, I don't see any more questions on Instagram. This is why I'm going to be wrapping it up. So Kushal, do you have any more questions? No. Okay, let me quickly just give you at the end that today I teach different courses. The best full 3-day course, of course, it's the best option. You come to me, 3 days, the problem is solved, 100% guarantee. 100%, not less. Come to me and I will help you unblock your mind and your body. There is a 1-day course that I teach today. I'm going to be with you for the whole day. It's much less expensive, 3 times less expensive. This is why I recommend start your education in 1-day course. You will still understand what your problem is. You will fix a lot of your problems, maybe even all. I don't know. If you are smart, you can fix all your problems. Okay? And the third option I have, I call it introductory course. It's the cheapest version. Come to me, begin with a not expensive course, take it. If it's not enough time for you, you can always pay the difference and take the more expensive course, spend more time with me. And I guarantee you that the problem will be solved. I am not a speech therapist, at least no longer. I used to be for 30 years of my life in 2 countries. Today, I have no affiliation with a speech therapy. It's a profession that has great people with big hearts, but very confused. They don't know what speech is. They don't know what stuttering is. This is why they keep helping you for years and you still struggle. You still struggle. Come to me. I will explain to you what you need to do. Okay, and then you're going to decide what you're going to do. Okay, so a lot of success to you guys. Lots of love to you. See you next time. Bye-bye, Instagram, not Instagram. I have to save it on Instagram. Okay, bye-bye, YouTube and Facebook. Write under the video on Facebook. Write to me. Tell me your comments. Don't be afraid. Communicate with me. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, and broadcast.